All right, I'll try to make this quick, short. So when I got divorced, I made a decision. I was hurting. I made a decision and I bought a vehicle that I shouldn't have bought, and I did, and it was fun and it was great for a while. And then it turned out to not be a good car, and that really put me in a bind because I had to figure out how I was going to get it off my hands because I had a loan, and it's not a good car and it's not going to last very long, and I'm not even done paying it. So basically the transmission's going to go out. I have to use a credit card to fix it, and I do that, and then I turn around and I'm able to sell it and get off my hands. But that put me in a situation, financially that wasn't good. Even though it was a great car, and I was so happy for a while, and I felt like I deserved it because I worked hard and wanted a nice vehicle, but it turned out to not be a good thing. But I learned a lot from that situation. So basically for me, I got rid of that vehicle and I went with a little Honda 97 that I've had for the last 5 years now, and one of the ways that the Single Moms Group has also helped is with the support of, doing the oil changes for your vehicles and making sure that, that they're okay, and even helping with having, getting it fixed and then being able to pay that back in payments when I don't have the money up front and I'm not unable to pay that. So that has been a really big blessing because, so I've had this car, and recently I got some tax money back, and I took it in and I had to have it fixed, and it was a big payment because I had to do a clutch and a clutch plate and brakes, and I just got tires. I asked God, I'm like, please, I need this car, and I didn't want to get another car payment or have to go through dealing with getting a car and having a loan and making payments and not knowing if it's a good car or not. So basically what happened is I took the car in, got it fixed, and then it turned out that after I had asked, if it was the transmission, not to have it fixed because I'd rather use that money for a down payment if I had to. So what happened is it was fixed, and I was told when I picked it up that eventually the transmission was going to go, and that was really hard because I'm like, great, like, what am I going to do now if this car does go and I have nothing,
You commute to
and I commute to work every day. This car is like a big part of my life. Like I have to have reliable transportation. I have to be able to get to work and to pick up my son, and and I commute from Boulder to Longmont every day. So what happened is I talked to Valerie about it, and I just said I was a little disappointed, and I was worried. And that night, that was really great too, was the services that we had were about trusting God with everything and all things. And I remember being really stressed out, but that night I just felt relieved because I said, okay, God, I'm trusting you, and I'm gonna trust that this car is gonna keep going until it's done. And then when I cross that bridge or get to that place where I'm gonna need a new vehicle, I know that you're gonna help me figure that out. And then then there was Valerie called me and said that they had a vehicle that was being donated to single moms, and she asked me if I was interested, but to think about it because I would need to register it and get new tires. And so I said okay, and I thought about it, and then I just asked her, what type of vehicle is it, because I needed to look up the tires to see what that was going to cost me and get an idea of what I was looking at financially so that I could prepare myself to do that. And then I told her, I knew this is God's answer to prayer because my car wasn't going to last anymore. And so basically I met her at the DMV and received a vehicle that it's very emotional for me because I'm just in awe and amazed at the blessing that I received. Right
You deserve it.
It's very, I don't even have the words to say. Other than God is amazing. He really is. And you said, remember you said that day I was really disappointed about my card. And I just said I'm gonna trust him, and then you called me, and I would never expect it. But God would give me a card this nice. It's like a really big deal to me. And like my story, when I look back and I think about everything that I've
I
been
can ride in the shotgun now.
I'm like, wow, God. So this is like so much. Like this means a lot. And God is truly amazing. And I can't wait to share my story because I have a lot. I have a lot to share.
Enjoy
This
it.
journey in the last year.
Thank you.
I'm so truly like, it really is. Like I wish that I could